Majuba. We pay homage to Ila Juba. We seek the great spirit's approval, manifesting the ancestral maneuver. As the Orishas move you, my child, let me speak to your spirit. You warriors calling a little louder, I want you to hear it. Just face it, don't fear it. Your mirror reflection, revere it. Shadow work, you will clear it. Just the seasons will change. You are called to rise. Open your eyes, realize, rearrange. It's not a game, press past through your pain. We are not mediocre nor mundane. You are great now, claim your new name. Break free from the chains. I just want you to see through and see true. See yourself as all of the Mari sees. The God in you, manifest your breakthrough. Standing tall, seeing life from a bird's eye view. While manifesting your Odu. We keep it real, real life and reveal. It's all in me, my destiny. I will find, follow, fulfill my destiny. Majuba, we pay homages to Ila Juba. We seek the great spirit's approval, manifesting the ancestral maneuver. As the Orishas move you. The Ila Juba.
Ekaro, Ekabo, thank you for joining us. This is Oluofa Kolade, once again of Idinka Ifa Temple, and I want to welcome you to our Ila Juba Temple service. And this is our first Ila Juba for the new calendar year of 2026. So we welcome y'all to the new Gregorian calendar year. Thank you for joining us. I want to begin with prayer and also giving you a charge to let us know where you're from and like and share, please. So before we begin, I want to begin by saying Mojuba Olodumare, Mojuba Oromila, Mojuba Eshu Odara, Mojuba Orishanla, Mojuba Bobo Egun, Ika Ameji. There is a high wind blowing from this side. There's a serious storm blowing from that side. The heaven is in great turbulence. None knows where the rain will fall. Everyone is running helter-skelter. Rain cannot fall. Rain cannot start from the other side for one to suddenly shift to this side. These Rifa's declarations to Akapo Ope when evangelizing for Ifa the world over. Ifa, don't you see my hand? I had been suffering everywhere because of you. I do not eat until I reach the home of Olu. Ifa, don't you see my hands? Here are my palms, Ifa. I do not drink until I reach Oke Ora. Ifa, don't you see my hands? I had been suffering everywhere because of you. Here are my palms, Ifa. I neither eat nor drink until I reach Okegeti, the home of Agbaniregun. Ifa, don't you see my hands? Here are my palms. I have been suffering everywhere because of you. Ifa, I had been reliably informed that you put peace and harmony into my life. Ifa, I had been reliably informed that you ensured a peaceful death for Owauga, who is also known as Owaugiri Ibedu, offspring of those who greet each other with Okun Yeye. He who fights and strikes the base of the sword against the ground. Ifa, please ensure a peaceful end for me as well. On the day of my death, ensure that good children are available to ride horses after my departure. Ashe. Olodumare, we ask that you would continue to ward off all death, ward off sickness, ward off cases, controversy, ward off fights, litigation, losses, outright fights, ward off witchcraft and negative energies from us. Bring forth to us long life, wealth, good spouse, good children, peace of mind, joy, healing, success, all good things of life. Move my spirit out of the way so that we can hear you. Move my ego out of the way so that we can hear words from Olodumare. Emma kami mene ama, Emma kami mene ano, Emma kami mene adelokun, itamole, itori ifa alonimi, ebora timpanini. Ene banami, àwọn àti Ifá lẹ́lẹ́jì o, àṣẹ Ifá. Please, may there be clarity given to us. May truth be spoken, and may our words land where they need to land. Ashe, Aboru, Aboye, Aboshishe, Agoto. I want to begin by telling you Happy New Year. But as I say that, I'm a little bit remiss because every year we're told a lie. We're taught a lie. And that lie that we're told and taught is that just because it's a new calendar year, life automatically changes for us. Just because when the clock strikes midnight, transformation begins. That the new number in the calendar guarantees a new reality. But in truth, time does not change us. What really changes us is alignment. A new calendar year does not heal you. A new year does not elevate you. A new year does not correct your character. Only right action, only right thinking, only right relationship with Ori, only those things bring us into alignment. Only those things truly change us. Let us cite the Odu Ifa. Irete Meji Ifa says, O Kiti Bababa Ni Pekun Opopo. He was the Awo cast Ifa for Laibo Gege when going to climb the tree of prosperity in Ife. He was advised to offer Ebo. He complied. The dog at the foot of Ege did not allow anyone to climb Ege tree. The ram at the foot of Ege did not allow anyone to climb Ege tree. The cock at the foot did not allow anyone to climb Ege tree. And the he-goat did not allow anyone to climb Ege tree, Laibo Gege decided to procure alligator pepper and wisdom, and procure Obi kola nut with understanding. And he went to climb Ege tree of prosperity in Ile Ife. Behold, Ogege, the tree of success. Anyone who climbs Ogege, that person has climbed the tree of prosperity. So this is the story of a man by the name of Laibo Gege. And Laibo Gege was very unique. Unique in the sense that he wanted to elevate. He wanted to take his life to the next level, and he had heard about the tree in Ile Ife called the tree of Ege, and he knew that he wanted to make it to the top so that he would have prosperity and all good things of life. So his first trip, he went to the tree and he noticed that there were animals around it. Ram, dog, she-goat, and a rooster. And he decided, let me try to brave it. Other people who had tried to brave it, they had run across, and initially they would get scared and run off by those animals. And other individuals who were really bold, they would try to run and get to the tree and then get bitten by the dog. Laibo Gege thought he could be quick. He thought he could be fast. He thought that he had the force to make it to the top. And as he jumped the fence, took off running, the dog came and bit Laibo Gege mercilessly. As he left, limping and bleeding, he decided to go and cast Ifa. When he went for Ifa consultation, he wanted to know, would he be able to climb the tree of prosperity? Would he be able to make it past the obstacles in his way? So he went for Ifa consultation, and the Babalao told him, indeed, he would be able to do this, but what he needed to use to be successful was not only Ebo, he needed to use wisdom. He needed to use understanding. He needed to do all of those things in order for him to be successful in climbing the tree of prosperity. So, what did Laibo Gige do? He offered his Ebo. And as he offered his Ebo, he thought about the things that he would need to do to be successful. I need to work with these animals and follow what the Babalao had told him. The Babalao also said the reason why those animals were wild is because no one was feeding them. So Laibo Gege devised a plan. He procured animal bones, yam peeling, cornmeal, and corn seed. He got all of these things together, and after he offered his abo, he went to the tree. And at the base of the tree was the ram, the he-goat, the rooster, and the dog ready to pounce on him. And what he did is he laid out the yam peeling, the animal bones. He laid out the bird seed or the corn and the cornmeal. The ram began to eat the cornmeal. The rooster began to eat the corn seed. The dog began to gnaw on the animal bones. And the he-goat began to eat the yam peeling. As these animals were eating this, Laibo Gege would come back every day for several days. And he would feed those animals. And as he fed those animals began to get accustomed to him. And on the 5th day, Laibo Gege went back. And this time when he went, he noticed that the dog saw him and was wagging his tail. He noticed that the ram came close to him and was playing with him. And as he had given them their treats, he was able to make it to the tree and then climb to the very top of it. Upon reaching the top of the tree, Laibo Gege was blessed with prosperity. And then as soon as he descended, he went back to his home. And upon arriving to his hometown, he became very, very, very successful. What's the lesson in this? In this Odu, Laibo Gege is at the threshold moment. But what does he do? Laibo Gege has to lock in. Laibo Gege at this threshold moment, he has to transform. And many of us right now are in a threshold moment. This new year is a threshold moment for us. And when we think of it, the new year ain't magic. It's a door. And at this threshold is not a destination. And as I said, it's a doorway, but at every doorway, you have to ask your questions. And you ask yourself these questions. What am I carrying? What am I carrying that will allow me entrance? And what am I carrying that will keep me from entering? Laibo Gege could not enter and climb this tree if he carried the same notion of how he did it before. He had to use a new tactic. He couldn't use the old way. He needed to try something different. He had to change, and he had to adapt, and he had to align. If you cross into this new year carrying the same excuses, the same unhealed trauma, the same ego, the same avoidance of responsibility, then you have not entered a new year. You've only relocated yourself, your old self, into a new calendar date. Wisdom is the new way. Walk in the new year with wisdom. Adapt, change, cast off, and align. Let's look at this Odu Ifa in this verse of Oturameji. Ifa says, Koso, musical instrument, is it that sounds like a gong. The bimbe drum sounds louder than that of any drum. You have sent me on errand, and I have gone. You have also sent me on a journey, and I went. These were Ifa's declarations to Orunmila when going to heaven to learn wisdom. He was advised to offer Ebo. He complied. Indeed, it is difficult to be an Ifa practitioner. For someone to prepare land for cultivation without going back to plant anymore, yes, it is indeed difficult to practice Ifa. What is Ifa saying here? Let me tell you the story. At this time, Orunmila was married to Oshun Funlayo. And as he was married to Oshun Funlayo, at this very moment in time, she was pregnant. And she was at about the 9th month of the pregnancy. Orunmila wanted to climb his own tree of success. He wanted to figure out what was the source of wisdom. How can he define wisdom and possess it for himself? So he went for Ifa consultation, and the Babalao told him what he needed to offer as a bow, and he also mentioned that traveling to Olodumare would be the key. So what did Orunmila do? Orunmila left his family in search of wisdom. As he arrived, it took 3 whole years for Orunmila to travel from earth, to heaven. From Aye to Orun, it took 3 years. When he arrived, he spoke to Olodumare face to face. And he asked Olodumare, what is the source of wisdom? What is wisdom? And Olodumare taught him a lesson. And the lesson was a proverb. Olodumare gave him this proverb. First, I want you to meditate on this for 1,000 days and come up with 1,000 different meanings of this. And Olodumare told him, when the wind blows strong, do not stay under the tree. He told Orunmila to take that and meditate on it for 1,000 days and come up with 1,000 different meanings, interpretations, ways to apply. And that's what Orunmila did. He left and went away and came back 1,000 days later. And then Olodumare said, okay, I've got another one for you. If the river is filled to the brim, do not swim in it. I want you to meditate on that for 1,000 days and come up with 1,000 different meanings and interpretations of it as well. Orunmila left and he meditated on it and he thought and came up with various meanings of it for 1,000 days and came back. Then Olodumare said, lastly, I want you to meditate for 1,000 days on this statement. Never get angry over any issue without proper deliberation or in haste. And he asked Orunmila to meditate on that for 1,000 days. And he did. On the 1,000th day of the 3,000 days of meditation and meaning, Orunmila came back, and Olodumare said, well, I want you to accompany some people back into Aye. The people I want you to accompany are one, the rich man on earth and all of his entourage and all of his wealth. I want you to lead them the way back. And also I want you to take the rich man in heaven and his entourage and his wealth, lead them back into Aye. So Orunmila assumed the responsibility. And as they were traveling, they came upon a windstorm. And when they came upon this windstorm, the rich man on earth decided he would stand next to the palm tree in order to get shade from the wind. And what ended up happening is Orunmila says to him, Baba, please do not stand near the tree during a windstorm. The rich man on earth was stubborn, and he said, don't worry, I have it. I'm okay. No sooner than when he said that, the tree fell, collapsed on the rich man on earth, killing him instantly. Orunmila had to calm the pandemonium of his followers and figure out how to make sense of the whole process and then bury the rich man on earth. After this, Orunmila then took his followers and his entourage as well as assumed his wealth and was coming back into Aye. As they reached a certain point, they had reached a place where it had just rained and the river had filled to the brim. So they needed to cross it. The rich man in heaven decided, I got it. Orunmila, I can cross this river myself. Orunmila told him, wait, please do not cross that river. It's dangerous. When the river is filled to the brim, do not try to swim in it. The rich man of heaven didn't listen, and he jumped into the river and tried to swim across and was caught by a rip current. And taken down, he drowned and died. Pandemonium ensued. Orunmila had to wait several days in order to go and track down his corpse in order to drag it back and bury him properly. After that, Orunmila then assumed the wealth of not only the rich man of earth, but also the wealth and entourage of the rich man of heaven. And he led all of them back to Aye. As Orunmila reached his own home, he was excited and he wanted to tell his wife. And as he was so excited, he runs to the window to surprise her, and he peers in only to see that his wife is laying next to what looks like a grown man. Orunmila reached for a machete because he was going to deal with this. And then he remembered, do not get angry without proper deliberation, and do not get angry in haste. Upon getting that wisdom that he learned from Olodumare, he decided to swallow his pride, and he went and slept out in the barn house with the entourage. And the next morning, when he woke up and he aimed to address the issue with his wife, she was so excited, she showered him with hugs and kisses, and she said, Orunmila, this is our son. The son that Orunmila had not seen in the 3 years that it took him to get to heaven, the 3,000 days that it took him to develop this wisdom. and the possibly 4 years that it took to get back. All of that time, his son was growing. All of that time, his wife and son had no one but each other. So from time to time, mom would allow the young son to climb into the bed with her. What is Ifa teaching us? This Odu Ifa is teaching us that wisdom is most important. Had Orunmila acted in haste, he would have lost out. Wisdom also takes time to develop. And in the process of developing wisdom, one must rely on the advice of Olodumare. One must rely on the advice of Ifa. So that's what we need to do this year. When we think about this, Ifa, in my opinion, Ifa is a tradition that is not so much about magic and whimsical processes. Ifa is about responsibility. It's good to have hope, but hope is not rewarded. Ifa responds to and rewards responsibility. In the Odu Ifa Ogbeyonu, Ifa says, Apari enume ejo rejare mabato de maje. My character, I respect you. I respect your importance. Please do not spoil my destiny. When we think about this, our character and our decisions, what we value, all of those things are the real things that hold weight in terms of manifesting our destiny and actualizing our greatness. My character, my actions, my thoughts, my deeds, please do not spoil my destiny. Don't spoil what I got coming, the good stuff that's coming. Let me not do something stupid to ruin it. That's all that's saying. Ifa responds, you can be as hopeful and as hurtful at the same time. You could be as hopeful and as wicked at the same time. Ifa is responding to your decisions, your character, your discipline. Your destiny does not respond to prayers alone. It does not respond to making offerings alone. No declarations. It does not just respond to you making declarations. If your character does not change, your prayers are only noise. This year, we will not respond. This year will not respond to your words. This year will respond to your discipline. When we think about that, we need to also think about what needs to be left behind. In order for us to move forward, something has to stay. And when I think about the things that need to stay, that is ebo. That is sacrifice. Sometimes the ebo that we make is not a chicken, it's not a rooster, it's not he-goat ram. Some of the ebo and the most important aspect of ebo is not that. It is the change in your behavior. It is the things we need to release. That is ebo. The stuff you need to leave behind. The stuff you need to cut off. You need to here, take that. It's weighing me down. This year, Ifa is asking us to release. What do we need to release? We need to release blaming others for our own stagnation. What else? We need to release confusing busyness with purpose. Be purpose-minded, folks, not busy spinning your wheels. We need to leave behind performative spirituality instead of living it. Performative Ifa, that's for the gram. Instead of that, live it in your lifestyle, live it in your children, live it in the way you treat folks, live it in how you walk in the world, not just performative. This year, we need to not expect healing and transformation without accountability. We need to leave behind wanting elevation without being prepared, without deep down preparation and hard work to receive that elevation. The reality of it is that we cannot negotiate with destiny while refusing to grow. We can't do that. The contract this year is truly with our Oris. Your real New Year's resolution is a contract with yourself. It's a contract with your Ori. Your Ori is going to be the witness to your promise. Ori is the one that remembers what you agreed to before you came to Earth. Ori is not impressed with the New Year's resolution. Ori is only impressed and is only moved by consistency. Remember, I said discipline, consistency, and alignment. This year, we need to think. And the question is not, what do you want in the new year? The question for this new year is, what are you willing to become? Remember, we're at the threshold. What are you willing to become this year? So, here is our call to action. As we cross into the threshold of 2026, let's commit to these things. 1, let's have consistency over being charismatic. Be consistent. Don't just be cool. Be consistent. Let us exercise discipline over desire. Be disciplined. Be focused. Think about your agenda and do not stop until you accomplish it. And oftentimes what that means is waking up and doing something that you don't like as if you like doing it. That's discipline, because your desire is oftentimes somewhere else. Let's exercise accountability over making excuses. If I didn't do it, if I was wrong, you know what? I messed up. My bad. I'm not gonna make an excuse. Well, I was feeling bad and I was, you know what I've been going through? No. The world don't care. Be accountable. Also, let us exercise character over appearance. Looking good is really cool, but what's your character like? You can't put clean clothes on a dirty body, or put a clean body in a dirty outfit. What is inside has to demonstrate and show through. What is your character? And last, let us exercise service over ego. We will pray this year, but we will also act. We will ask this year, but we will also prepare. We will offer Ebo this year, but we're going to change our behavior. This must be a year of adaptability, transformation, accountability, and also alignment. This year, we're not chasing blessings. We align with the flow of them. This year, we do not ask destiny to adjust to us. This year, we adjust to our destinies. This year, I pray that it will be a year where we don't repeat cycles, where we actually break cycles. May Ori accept our commitment. May our steps be ordered, and may our character be open and open doors that prayers alone could not. Aboru Aboye, Abo Shishe Aboto. Thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you. Let me kind of go in here to the comments. I see people. Aboru Aboye, thank you for joining us. Jojo, oh, that's Maisha. Abo Shishe Aboto. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. Thank you, Chloe. Also, Malachi, thank you. So, with this, I just want everyone to understand and keep moving in alignment, moving within the flow of destiny, and continue to find, follow, and fulfill your destiny process. With that, I have some announcements. As I have been mentioning before, this year also we're going to be offering, or we are offering, the Omoawo program, where we train and teach Ifa practitioners how to be priests. So if you are initiated to Ifa, or you're looking to be initiated to Ifa, please, feel free to DM me the term Omoawo. Okay. Thank you for joining us from Detroit. So DM me that term for more information if you're interested in being part of the Omoawo program, where you will learn about Ifa. You can have a person who has initiated you, but sometimes the person who initiates you and the person who teaches you Ifa can be two different people. Also, if you like what we're doing here at Idinka, you can feel free to make donations to keep this process going. Along with that, we are going to be offering not only Omoawo classes, we're going to be offering Ifa and Orisha classes and immersions and experiences here at the land coming within the new year. So please stay tuned for all those things. We'll be making those announcements very, very, very soon. All right. With that said, let us close with prayer. Olodumare, we thank you for life, health, strength, food, clothing, and shelter. We thank you for providing for us. Help us to truly see ourselves in the way that you see us. Help us to manifest the great things that are in store for us this new year. Help us to embrace it and embrace change and embrace the transformation that we need to embrace in order to become the great human being that you had put forth. May Olodumare hear us, may our ancestors hear us, and may the Irumole hear us. Thank you all very much. Aboru, Aboye, Aboshishe, Aboto.